everyone, this is Jessica Brigden of Jess B, Creative Cardiology, and I have a fun video for you today as part of my Creative Cardiology Team blog hop. We are featuring some of our celebration favorites, as this is the final few days of celebration. We're at the celebration finale, so to speak, and so I really wanted to showcase the Catching Butterflies stamp set. And we are going to do a fun spinner card. So I have pulled in the Give It a Whirl dies. Now there are a lot of pieces in these dies, but I'm going to show you just how to do it without being overwhelming. And then we are also going to pair in some of the Bright Sunshine and Rainbows celebration paper as well. So both the Catching Butterfly stamp set and the celebration paper are items that can be chosen free with your $50 purchase. So to get both of the items, you could spend $100 and then get both items free. And that is just through February 28th, 2022 here. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're thinking bright and fun and springy. So I have a half sheet of Magenta Madness cardstock that is 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to go ahead and just fold that in half at the 4 1/4 mark. All right, and that's ready to go. Now I have taken this rainbow pattern of the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. That is a 6 by 6 stack. I have cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and we are going to adhere that to our card front. You could also use this other pattern here on the reverse, which have these adorable little hearts on a pool party background, equally as cute. So which other one is your favorite? I have actually done one of each, so I'll show you how they look and you can decide which one you like best. So for right now, we are doing the rainbows. Okay, now we need to take some basic white cardstock. We need something to stamp our little girl with the butterfly net and our butterflies on, and then our Give It a Whirl dies. So from all of these pieces here, the ones that we need are the card front piece. All right, so you can see it already has stitching on it. It already has a little hole for your spinner, and it's got the little notch popped out as well. All right, so that is the piece that we need. We need our spinner. This is the cog, the wheel that goes inside. All right, so you can kind of visualize how this works in there behind the scenes. And then we need a window to peek through. So I'm using this little kind of a wedge piece, the wedge of a circle. That's what some of these other pieces are. You can change the shape. So if you wanted a circle piece, there's a heart, there's a little like a word window. All of those are alternate pieces, alternate shapes that you can use for your spinner window. And then of course you've got decorative pieces like stars and clouds and all of that fun stuff as well. Okay, so we need our basic white cardstock and essentially a 1/4 sheet, because what we've done is we go ahead and cut that out. That gives us our card front. And then out of the other portion of the basic white cardstock, so essentially take a half a sheet, you can get your card front out of it. You can get your spinner wheel out of it. All right, and then you can use right off the front piece here, you actually decide where you want your spinner window to be. You can put it anywhere here on your card front. And what you do is you line up this little circle on this with the hole, the center piece for your wheel. And that is where you die cut it, and it's got a nice little stitching detail. So really that's the 3 pieces you need, and you could swap it out depending on the shape of the window that you would like. Okay, so let's go ahead and decorate our card front here. We need to stamp our little girl. So I'm gonna do all of my stamping in our Tuxedo Black Memento ink. All right, so I've already got a little girl on the block here. All right, get that nice and inky. And I have positioned my window so that as I stamp the girl, I want the little net kind of to be positioned so it's catching butterflies. Okay, so my little girl is kind of looking up towards the sky, towards the butterflies, and her net is positioned right there. All right, so I'm gonna add from the rest of the stamp set, we've got some other little elements. We can put some grass down here underneath her feet as she's skipping along. And all right, so that's what we need for the front. Now for the spinner, the nice thing is, I don't know if you can see a little bit, it actually gives a little embossed indentation. You can see that there's actually 3 triangle wedges. And so we're going to decorate each one of those. So I'm going to put the collection of butterflies in the first window, and then we'll rotate it. All right, I'm going to stamp a greeting, collecting sweet thoughts of you, in the second window. And then in the third window, I'm just going to do just the single butterfly. Okay, so you can decorate those any way you want. All right, we're good with our ink there, and you can see how if you line up the holes, all right, that you can spin the window and see how those elements will look. Okay. All right, so now we are going to color these with our Stampin' blends. So I'm going to pull in just a little bit of chipboard to protect my work surface here. All right, so I'm going to start, you can start really any elements. I'm going to start with some Granny Apple Green. I've pulled all my colors from the Sunshine and Rainbows paper pack, so your colors are listed right there on the back. So we've got Bermuda Bay, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Magenta Madness. I don't have any Mango Melody blends, those retired. We have Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Soft Sea Foam, and So Saffron. So that is what I'm using today. I am using the dark Granny Apple Green blend just to do a little bit of grass. We'll use the light color just to kind of blend that in there. All right, so then I'm going to do the dress next, and I am starting with the dark Magenta Madness to outline the pleats in the dress, and then maybe go around the outside edging. All right, do the sleeves. Okay, and then I'm going to color the rest with the light Magenta Madness here. Okay. All right. Now, when it comes to the body, we have our new Natural Tones blends, which are awesome. So we have all kinds. We actually have 10 different shades of skin tones, light and dark, and everything in between. So that makes a really great choice for color selection here. And so I'm actually going to use the Stampin' Up! 900. So this is fairly light. It's not the lightest, but it is pretty light. And what I'm going to do is just actually kind of trace around some of these elements to start. And then I'll go through and then color everything. And make sure you do the neck and then the hands and the feet as well. I really like this because now I don't have to have like jaundiced yellow skin or super pink or anything like that. You can do like colors that are actually realistic looking. And when it comes to hair, you don't have to do yellow hair or just, you know, black or brown. You can actually do some nice shading in there. So I'm going to use the Stampin' Up! 400 and the 600. So a little bit darker here. And we're going to just trace. We're going to do some highlights in here. So essentially I'm just kind of coloring like every other strand here or there. It's kind of fun because you can just kind of mix it in however you like. And then I'll come in here. This is the 600. Again, just doing some mixing of that in. And again, you've got more realistic looking tones. All right, really pretty. You can mix those and come up with even more color combinations. So that's a lot of fun. All right, now when it comes to the butterfly knot, I am using the So Saffron blends here. And just tracing the lines. Okay, go all in one direction and then come back and do the other. Okay, that's great. So now our cover is finished. Now to the next little piece, really whatever combinations you want to do. So I'm going to come in here with some pool party and do some fun pool party butterflies. This is the dark pool party. And then I'm going to use, actually I'm going to use the light pool party. I'm going to give my little girl some blue eyes. So I'm going to do the light pool party on there. And then we'll come in with some Magenta Madness, same color as the dress, to finish up our butterflies here. And then let's do a little bit of Misty Moonlight. We'll add a little blue. Again, your butterflies can be whatever you'd like them to be. Okay, and then let's do this one and let's do it a different color combination. So let's go with some, how about some Flirty Flamingo? We'll do a Flirty Flamingo and Bermuda Bay color combination. So this is the light Bermuda Bay. Okay. Alrighty, so we are all set there with our coloring. Now we need a brad to hold these together. So Stampin' Up! Has the round and square brads. These come in black and white. You get an assortment of square tops as well as circles. There's some tiny little circle ones in here. So we just need to kind of poke through them until we find what we need. I want a little white circle brad here. So I'm going to poke this through the front. All right, and then we'll take our spinner wheel. All right, so we're gonna go right through the hole there. And then open this, just open the brad onto the back. Okay. Now we want to pop this up from the card base just a little bit so that our spinner will freely spin. So I'm using dimensionals and I'm going to frame in the spinner piece, essentially, just make sure it doesn't get smushed down. So we'll do each corner and then also do one right here in the middle. Okay. Oops, peel all these off. There we go. And now we are ready to mount this on our card front. All right, so let's go here. There we go. All right, so now we've got the notch. This freely spins here, so you can position it. We've got our butterflies, single butterfly, our greeting here. Just makes a fun interactive card. And of course you can dress it up. You can add embellishments or ribbon as you like. But we just did a nice little simple, we mostly focused on our coloring here with our Stampin' blends. But that is how quick and easy you can do a fun spinner or picture window card using the Give It a Whirl dies. Right, these are available in the annual catalog. And then the Catching Butterflies and the Sunshine and Rainbows paper are part of A Bration here. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this project. I hope you will give this a try. These spinner window dies, or Give It a Whirl dies, are so much fun. Really, the possibilities are endless for all kinds of little messages and things like that that you could put in there. So much fun. And I hope you've enjoyed it. So the details will be here in the video description, and I hope you'll check out my blog post at justbecreativecardiology.com, as well as my Creative Cardiology Team members projects as well. Thank you guys so much. Take care.